Hey everyone, welcome to the first video of Growth Intensive. My name is Wilson, and in Growth Intensive, I'm going to be sharing my stories, my struggles with growth hacking, what worked, what didn't work, what marketing strategies worked, what were some of the things that I struggled with, and pretty much I'm going to be sharing my experiences with working with startups as well as some of my own side projects or my own entrepreneurship projects that I've been working on. Growth hacking isn't easy, and there's a lot, and I'm failing every single day. There's a lot of things I'm still learning on a day-to-day basis, but through Growth Intensive, I just want to be able to share with everyone what I struggle with, and hopefully entrepreneurs or other people looking to get into marketing can benefit from these experiences and actually do better than me and not make the same mistakes that I've made. Right. So a little bit about me. I'm somebody that's pretty interested in growth, been involved in growth for a while. Previously, I was a growth marketer at VibeCloud, and then I was head of growth at Mobile Action. I've ran my own startups as well as just tested a lot of different projects from just creating basic landing pages to looking into a lot of metrics, messing around with SQL queries. I do that all on my free time, and I love reading about growth hacking and marketing. It just excites me, right? So, in this first episode, this is kind of be like a video blog kind of series, and in this one, I'm going to be talking about customer feedback. Right, customer feedback is very important, especially for the pre-launch stage. That's something that I learned from working in startups as well as running my own startups. Is always go from a lean perspective. You always want to look at things from a lean perspective. And for those of you that are familiar with what the lean startup is and how to actually get customer feedback before you launch a product, then you're pretty much set for for the feedback part. But the problem that I've always experienced is this: is I've always followed the lean kind of a theory to try and get feedbacks and thoughts before I even launch or build the product. But the biggest problem is, for example, if I were looking to build a travel app and I go question a bunch of people at Starbucks, hey, what do you want to see in a travel app? Would you like to see a booking feature? Would you like to see a planning feature like TripIt? Or would you like to see some kind of like flight tracking feature? Um, Usually when I propose to them saying something like, hey, I'm starting a travel app that involves flight tracking as well as a place for you to manage your budget, will you use it? Almost everyone that I encounter will say, yes, I would love that. I will use it. Keep me updated, this and that. So in the beginning, I was actually messing up. For example, I would not even capture the email. I'll be like, great, great, great. And I'll be so excited. I'll take in all these feedbacks, and I'll think that, hey, I just got the best product ever. Like people want to use it. All I have to do is build it, now launch it. Send a couple emails, make a couple blog posts, and it should go viral, right? And the sad case is at first that never happens. The second thing is, even if I capture their email, got their phone number, or whatever, and I go and tell them about the product, I'm like, hey, look, I finally launched. I had the feature that you wanted. And the and I'm like, would you be willing to use it now? Would you be willing to try it out? Would you be willing to pay for it? And most of the time, they just end up saying, yeah, I'll try it out. I'll try it out. Or they never respond to me, or they never even bother to sign up. Some of them do sign up and they never come back. So I realized that was the worst part about customer feedback. Uh, Even approaching it with a very lean kind of theory, getting all these feedbacks, thinking that these are the features that people want, is very, very hard to actually try to brainstorm an idea and then build an MVP and then launch it, and hopefully you have customers as well as paying customers. How I would approach it differently now is possibly building out a very simple MVP off a couple feedbacks and then immediately taking that MVP and getting more feedbacks along the way while making customers sign up, right? So going back to the travel app kind of situation, what I would do is I would probably just question maybe like 10, 20, 30 people, start a couple of blog posts, and try to get the initial feedback about what people want first. Not so that I can convert them to customers, but so that I know what kind of field I'm targeting, what kind of audience I'm targeting, and whether or not people are actually interested in the product. After that, what I would do is I would take that MVP, it could be very basic, and I would start going out and questioning those same people as well as new people about what else they would like to see added on to the product. If this is the product they were looking for, and pretty much try to get them to sign up right away so that they become an active user. And I'll try to, in the beginning, the first 1,000 users is always the hardest. So I will literally walk every one of them through the process, the onboarding process, as well as the whole products process, and then even follow through with them on emails afterwards and asking them for their feedbacks and seeing what else I can improve on. And then instead of fulfilling everyone's requests, I will focus on one main feature that most people want, and I'll just double down on that and keep working towards it. So that's my little 2 cents on customer feedback. Check out growthintensive.com if you want to follow more video kind of like blogs. And you can check out my podcast at growthonion.com. That's a podcast that I do that's related to growth hacking, where I interview a bunch of growth hackers, CEOs, and entrepreneurs. I hope this helped, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.